look at the serialization and deserialization of the linked list into the binary file. Asset 1 has int and double value, so I made it to day and time. Integer value indicates day and double value indicates time. And then this asset 2 indicates that we have two lines, and that line has a slope and root, and we have two lines. Yes. And asset 3 contains a PayPal account. First string is username and second string is password. And asset 4 is the top 3 shortest 0 to 100 time period of cars. And I implement some build functions. These functions allows us to make proper assignments in those values. For example, if it's build AST1, it assigns with respect to asset 1. If it's asset to build AST2, it makes some assignments with respect to asset 2 and asset 3 and asset 4. We have fill linked list function. This function creates random numbers of nodes, and it determines all asset types randomly in the runtime. So first we determine the quantity of the assets, and then we create a empty node. As you can see, we allocate it, blah blah, and then by that asset count we take the implementation of the all nodes and linked list into for loop. In this for loop, every time we make a new node, and we determine its type randomly. As you can see, if it's 1, it makes it gives some random things, and we build by asset 1. And if it's 4, if it's 2, it gives some random things, as you can see, and we build it as is asset 2. And same procedure is for 3, asset 3, and same procedure is for asset 4. And then we'll link it to the list, our linked list. This for loop is looping, and then at the end we assign it to the head function. So by that way the local linked list that we create in this function is actually now our recent linked list. And then we need to serialize it to the binary file. How can we do it? First, we have a serialized linked list function, which takes an argument of the head pointer of our linked list, and then we make open the file, binary file, into the write mode. So we created a new file, and then we assign head pointer's value to another pointer. So we copy it Why we do it? Because we should not to lose it. We must keep the linked list. So we copy it to another pointer to make some to make something. And then we have while loop. This loop makes some assignments, some writings into the file till the current pointer gets null. Okay. First, we determine the type of the asset. We make some really complex typecastings, as you can see. We must do it. If it's date and time, we write it with respect to asset 1. If it's slope and roots of two lines, we write it with respect to asset 2. If it's PayPal accounts, we write it with respect to asset 3, and it's about the cars, top 3, 0 to 100. If it's a car asset, we assign it to we write it with respect to asset 4. And in every writing, at the end of every writing, we switch to the next node. And then we close the file. And then deserialize linked list. We have this function deserializes the linked list and gives us a processable linked list into the memory. First, we open our file into the read mode, and then we check it's failed or not. If it's not failed, we continue. So we have current node. We create another current node. This is a local. This will be a local linked list. So we allocate it and we assign it to null, just like here. Same method I used. And then we start reading the file. This is the type, and first we read the type because at the starting of every asset we have type at the starting, as you can see. So if we read type at the starting of the process, this deserialization process, it won't fail. It would read properly. Okay. Where we are? Yeah. We read the type. If it's date and time or another asset, I don't know. The procedure is we fseek. We take the cursor back 20 characters from our current position into the file, because we were read 20 characters. Okay, we get back from our current position by 20 characters, and we read again. We read the whole asset in this time. After that, we create another local node, and then we add it into our link list, our current link list. Here, local link list. Yes, this is the same procedure. It gets f reads it, and assets we copy it, all the info into the asset pointer, and we assign it to our new node's data pointer here. As you can see, every procedure, every assets procedure process like that. After that, while loop is looping. After it reaches the end of the file, at the end we change our output argument head as our current link list. So this local current link list that we create is now our recent head pointed link list into the main function. And then we have print link list function. This is really simple. It determines the type, and it prints the whole info into from the proper values, proper types, and then it assigns it itself to the next, so we can move. And lastly, let's look at the main function. We have head function. This head pointer. This pointer will be filled into this function, and we serialize it. And then when we want to deserialize it, it will deserialization will be into the reconstruct pointer, and then we print it. Okay, let's check it. Okay, yes, you want to serialize. Okay, it's serialized, and gets deserialized, and it prints the link list. Okay, let's look at it. So this is the cars type, and it has value 1, value 2, value 3. Those are the cars time rate of their speed of getting 0 to 100. Okay, for example, this is the PayPal account. String 1 is this, and which indicates the username, and string 2, which indicates the password, is this. For example, slope of roots of 2. integer value which indicates the slope is 1. First line. In the first lines, root is 52.97, and the second slope is 9, and second slope is this, as you can see. Yeah, date and time. This is date 30, and this is the time 11:28. This is like that. Yeah, thank you for listening me.